Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. And in this video, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're enjoying this content. And in today's video, for those of you who have been keeping up with the content, you guys already know from past videos that we have, basically finished with the LS engine. So now, with that being done, or pretty much done for now, we jump to the Datsun. So we have to start working on this. So in this video, we're gonna check it out to see what it needs. How bad is it, and what else, or whatever else price we can come up with.
Yeah, guys. So like my brother said, we're gonna be inspecting it to see, if it's how much work are we gonna be into it. Because it's not just swapping a motor in there and making it run and that's it. But we want to make this a really decent car we could drive anywhere. So we're gonna be inspecting pretty much everything, brakes, I don't know, the floors, the engine bay. We want to make this possibly a good daily or weekend car, to roll up in the shows or anything.
So basically, what we're doing here today is for those of you that know, this kind of Datsun, or pretty much any Datsun for that matter, that they're pretty, prone to rust. Now, our question is, since we are planning on throwing a pretty big engine in it, we just need to make sure that, that rust isn't too bad to the point that, we could pretty much just snap this thing in half if possible. So, since it's been a while since I actually bought the car, and it's been sitting here, for pretty much the whole time, I'm aware that it does have some rust spots, and I'm really hoping that those rust spots aren't as bad now since it's been sitting. But especially since it's rattle canned, I'm not sure who did this. One of the previous owners, perhaps. I'm assuming. I mean, for the body parts, it doesn't look too bad. But again, since it is rattle canned, it's anyone's guess really. All right, so the first problem spot that, to be honest, we already know about it, but just something to inspect for you guys wanting a Datsun. So this is the battery tray. This is where the battery goes, and because of that, batteries do tend to leak battery acid out of the batteries, which causes that pretty sizable hole right there. If you can see, you can check my hand, it's pretty big, which is again pretty common. There are patches you can do there, or pretty much delete the battery tray there and relocate the battery, patch that up, what have you. But just something to look out for. And since there's a hole there, now I'm kind of wondering how bad the unibody is from underneath these fenders. So that should be a little interesting. Obviously, this little cowl panel, it's pretty rusted, but it's nothing too worrisome because you can always just find a replacement for this.
Let me see, we got some rust right here. Looks pretty clean over here. We do got a big rust hole right here. Look at this. This whole piece is garbage already.
To be honest, it kind of sucks that I won't, mess around with this engine, since they're pretty simple to work on. It kind of makes me want to keep the engine, but we're just gonna swap this shit.
The roof is
it's a little bubbly.
It's a little bubbly, but probably could last a couple more years before we make it convertible. Side panel over here, quarter panel looks pretty decent.
Should do the job. I mean, I think it might have a little fluff tap over here, but
all right here.
I mean, could be worse.
Don't got a big rust hole, nothing, so pretty good.
The hatch, it's not too rusty. It doesn't close, but I believe I had already bought a new little latch here, So hopefully just switching that part out and it'll latch again. Oh, doesn't close. Another piece to watch out for those of you that don't know or trying to look and get into these cars, usually this piece is just rusty as hell, but this one surprisingly it's in pretty good condition. There's no visible, you know, bad rust. There is surface rust here and there, but nothing, you know, they can pick a hole through.
So last time we opened it to show you guys in our couple previous videos, we really don't even know what kind of parts we have in here. We probably have hopefully a couple replacement parts we will need, but we have a couple parts sitting back here that we probably don't even know of yet. Like this front panel we just seen right now when we opened it. This one is the replacement part for that. This piece right here, and we didn't even know we had it. We forgot about it, so we have that part at least. And those of you who know, you know, these parts are pretty expensive and kind of hard to find. So everything we have in here is gonna be really good because we don't have to buy it again or look for it.
Alright, so right now, since we already kind of inspected the body of it, you know, it's a little questionable, but let's just keep going. So right now, let's try to take out all the parts that I might not even remember I had on the inside. This syringe for so you can drop in an in-tank fuel pump, kind of like a fuel cell type of situation thing. Got this too. Alright, this little tray here has some engine parts, useless carburetor,
Useless
carbs, good carbs, but obviously they need rebuilding. Kind of sucks we're not going carb anymore. And this right here is a fuel tank. This car didn't come with a fuel tank, so I had to source one out, and that was a pain in the ass. But got lucky enough and got it for a pretty decent price, so can't really complain.
What's that wiring for?
Wiring. I want to say this is maybe for the interior. So let's not throw this away. We might need this for sure. It's for the air cleaner. So since this car didn't come with a fuel tank, I had to buy one, obviously. And the previous owner did mention that he had bought or cut out the spare wheel well here because it was just rusty, and he bought a new one. So, but you know, he didn't really. Well, it's stuck right now, but it's not welded on, so it just pretty much just, you know, pretty much to say that it has one. So this is definitely a pretty spare wheel well here, but like I said, it's not welded on, so it's pretty much just, you know, dropped in here. You know, no welds whatsoever. Again, I'm assuming this is like a body harness here. Some random panels. Let me zoom out here. Carpet. I did notice, well, I forgot there was a little rust here. Let's see. Yeah, so it's pretty old, crusty looking. It should be fun to work with. And this one, yeah, this one's pretty bad. Huh. Yep, it's pretty bad. Look at that. It's a problem. But I mean, questionable again. questions. Alright, so this is interesting. So I'm gonna start off by saying that we do not have a welder and we don't have any welding skills. So from the looks of this, I'm praying that the floors aren't this bad, but it should be interesting finding that out right now. So continuing the interior, for the door panels, for the 260Z, I can't find door panels to save my life. But luckily, there is an aftermarket solution for this, so I'm hoping that should do the trick. So this just happened. I was trying to retract the seat back, but there you go. Oh man, I don't know where that. Okay. So let's take a look at the floors here. It doesn't have any carpet, so we're just lift off this little piece of mat right here. I mean, it's not blown through. I'm not sure what the moisture is here, but I guess we'll have a better look from underneath once we get there. It does have surface rust over here, this side, but you know, it's still workable. Oh. Alright, so that one's, the front's pretty decent. Here. Oh crap. Alright, so I do see 3 finger, pretty much the size of my finger holes. It's pretty bad. Pretty bad. There's more crunchiness on this side also. Right behind the seat, driver's seat. There's that hole again. Looks like fun times. Alright, so now that we saw the driver's side, let's start the passenger side. I forgot I bought this one, and it looks like Rose got to it also. Oh man. Anyway. Alright. Let's bolt it on. Check out underneath this little mat here. And again, seems to be kind of.
Was it wet? What is that? Was
yeah,
it pink? Not pink?
No, it's wet. I'm assuming maybe moisture got through here, maybe? Huh. I'm pretty sure this is black spray paint. This is dirty with oil or something. Huh. But I mean, as far as rust on the front here, doesn't seem to be much.
Oh, that corner look cool.
It's a surface rust, but there's no holes. I mean, these holes here are from factory, so those are normal. So now we checked out the front of the seat. The back of the seat it's not as bad as the driver's side, but still pretty bad. Let's see, we're here in this corner right here, as you can see right in the corner, right on the right rear of the seat here. It's pretty damn crunchy right there. So for sure these floorboards are gonna have to be replaced. Look at that. That's a hole right there. That hole leads to the little compartments back here. So rusty it is. I think that's a patch right here. Nope, looks like it's a patch. Look at that. These welds give it away. Alright, so now that we checked the the exterior here and the interior, it seems pretty bad, but now comes the real deal, you know. Once we check out the underside of it, it's really gonna show us how really bad it is. So let's do that.
That's why I call these cars rust buckets. Like he said, we have no welder, no welding skills. It looks like it will need you know, a lot of sheet metal work because of the rust, and we don't want to say damn, it's just a lot of labor we need to do to fix the rust, because if we don't, eventually it's gonna get worse and worse and worse, and you know, you're gonna see big holes in the floors over here in the back. So we're gonna see in the bottom of it to see how bad it is. So if you seen the previous video, the motor is pretty much complete. Meanwhile, I was jacking up the car. My truck's here collecting dust and trash behind here. Haven't done nothing, haven't had time to do anything. Only the other day I started I was tired of the faded front bumper, so I decided to paint it, and it looks pretty good. Look at that. Not too bad for having no type of skills. Pretty decent. Didn't sand or anything. I just threw 2 layers of flat black and 2 layers of gloss black and 1 layer of clear. Not bad. Looks pretty good. Revived it. Picture this thing with the 6.0 popping wheelies at the track. Look at that thing. Looks like a little rocket. LS power. Alright, so the car's finally up in the air, from the front at least. So let's take a look at the bottom here. Don't mind that, it's just a little spider webby. Still good. Bushings are a little gone. And it's looking like a tomb down here. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's nice right there. Look at that. Right on the frame wheel. Look at that. Look at that. It's safe to say the frame rails are pretty toast here. At least, I mean, this solid, seems like. Bushings are gone. All the bushings are gone. All the bushings are gone. This one's better in condition. Let's get deeper into the cave. This transmission right here. And more rust. Again, that big asshole right there. The feathers look solid. I'm surprised. There's rust here. Not punching through, but still, again, the floors definitely need some replacing. Look at that. There's more rust here. Oh crap! All right. It's that's part of the floor here. Crunch. Crunch right there. Jeez, it's just disintegrating. It's the front here. The radiator support. I mean, it's decent. There's a ton of rust, but you know what? At least it's a clean title.
Nice to know that the radiator's been welded before too. Look at that. Little boogers there. Here. The top of it was also welded, it looks like. Might be welded here too. Huh. Alright, so now that we did the front, let's check the back here. Okay. Right off the bat. Holy crap. Rust. Back this thing up for a kick. Come on, focus. There you go. Rust. Look at that crunchy. Eesh. It's lovely. More crunch. Crunch. Again, the floors are gone. They're gone. They're gone. There's no doubt about that. Diff. Yeah, pretty much everything's rusty. Oh, okay. That's that. That's sure. So remember how that driver's side underneath the seat had a pretty big hole, and that's it right there. That's how big the hole is right there. Fill that screen up. Lots of spider webs. That's the frame rail, and that's where it starts, basically, and it's lifted. Yeah, is there a gap? There should not be a gap right there. Again, just rust. Rust, rust, more rust. Pretty good camera work, obviously. What about that? I'm not sure if you guys see that over there. Let me try to zoom in here. Keeping my sanity. So this piece right here, that's the new wheel well that was dropped in. But that rust right there, I don't know if you guys can see that rust. Right, this right here. All of this rust right here is from the old one. Wow, that looks pretty bad. Oh, very bad. Again, this doesn't have. Isn't the fuel tank. The fuel tank doesn't have one. This is just rust from the old spare wheel well, and it's very rusty. Very rusty. But at least have some tire left here. Just a good car. Alright guys, so after an hour of crying, we definitely have two air options here. It looks pretty bad from last time, I remember. So we definitely have to talk it over and see, because since this is a budget build, we have to keep things in budget. We don't have, the skills. We don't have a welder, and it's gonna need for the rust alone. It's gonna need work. So we definitely have to take that into consideration. If we do buy a welder and go at it alone, obviously, there's the price of the welder, the supplies, the consumables, like all that type of things that we have to consider, and that's definitely gonna take some time since we don't have any skills basically. And since we're in California, but winter is coming, they do tend to get pretty much colder and colder every year. So that means we might have to push the project back even further, which we don't really want. All right, so basically, we have to get things done pretty quick before the cold, the rain, the bad times. So we basically have two solutions. We can either find a solution for this car here, either patch it up or buy pretty much the whole floorboards and stuff, and pretty much make those new again. or we're gonna have to come up with a plan B. The goal is to have a pretty solid car because of the engine. You know, the engine is a lot bigger. It's gonna have maybe 2, 3, yeah, even maybe more than 3 times the power it originally had. So because of that, you know, there's a lot of safety concerns because, you know, the frame rolls, pretty much the unibody. This is the unibody, and because it's rusty like it is now. You know, if we do leave it like this and we just send it and, you know, go ahead with the swap, there's going to be bigger issues down the line, you know, which because of the engine, size of the engine and the output of it, you know, it can pretty much, it'll twist the unibody pretty easily because of the rust. So we have to keep that into consideration really seriously. You know, if you guys have any suggestions, advice, comments, you know, what should we do with this, you know? Should we just leave it as is and send it? Should we fix it? Should we buy a new freaking car and just forget about the swap? You know, make sure to drop them comments down below. If you guys want to sponsor us, hey, let us know. And, to take inspiration from another famous TV show, you know, and with that bombshell, you know, that'll be it for this episode. Like I said, we definitely need to contemplate what we're gonna do with this car right here. And we got to make it pretty quick because time is ticking and we really don't want to prolong this, you know, much longer than we need to.